It has been a wild season for AlphaTauri. The car has been terrible, they are on their fourth driver of the season, and no one really knows what they're in Formula 1 for. Red Bull have said they aren't a testing ground for young drivers anymore. Their management has said they want to be a proper competitive team, but Hugo Boss might be their named sponsor next year. Among all of this has appeared a shining light from a surprising source, a young Kiwi from Super Formula, who goes by the name of Liam Lawson. AlphaTauri has been pretty bad since roughly halfway through last season. After the 8th round of 2022 in Baku, they only picked up 4 points finishes for a total of 8 points, just 3 ahead of last-placed Williams. Since that race in 2022, their total of 13 points is the worst on the grid. This isn't just a run of bad form, this is a clear sign of a lack of development and direction from the team, and that all stems from Red Bull management. Since the passing of Red Bull's founder, Dietrich Mateschitz, last October, the Red Bull corporate world has become more involved in the Formula 1 side of things, and that has caused problems at AlphaTauri. The main team is very much still Christian Horner's. Don't fix it if it isn't broken, you know? But AlphaTauri is clearly broken, and the attempts to fix it are only just starting to take effect. Replacing Nick de Vries with Daniel Ricciardo was one step of that process, bringing in some experience to help the team improve the car, and at the same time move on a driver who didn't ever look like living up to the potential that Toto Wolff lauded to anyone that could listen. A role that Mick Schumacher has unfortunately found himself filling now. But after just 2 races, Oscar Piastri's awkwardly placed McLaren forced Daniel Ricciardo to drive into the barriers at Zandvoort to avoid T-boning his compatriot. The decision to save Oscar may have cost Daniel his spot though. But before I dive into that, I want to tell you about this amazing course I've been taking called Learn and Earn Profits Online. As much as I love Formula 1 and making content for you all, I need something else to make money from. And thanks to Learn and Earn Profits Online Digital Marketing course, I have that. This course helps you start your own online business in your spare time, and you don't need any experience whatsoever. Learn and Earn Profits Online teaches you everything you need to know about making money online. If you don't want to sell your own product for whatever reason, you can resell the course to other people at the price you paid for it. Buying the course gives you the master resale rights, and you can sell it as many times as you want. You don't have to, of course, you can just reap the benefits of your booming t-shirt business, but just selling it on to one other person means you get the cost of the course back. One sale a day will generate a monthly income of $15,000. Let's say you want to start selling your own Formula 1 fan merch. Perhaps you want to sell t-shirts with some classic quotes like "No Mikey no" or "Don't Fox smash my door." Learn and Earn Profits Online will teach you how to create a brand tailored to you and your personality. I'd buy a t-shirt with both these quotes on, but no one will find your store unless you have a great marketing strategy. And that's where the Learn and Earn Profits Online course comes in. The course teaches you how to create effective marketing campaigns and social media content that your potential clients want to engage with. The community pages were a great help with this as well. So many inspirational people who found success through this course helped me find success as well. If you're interested, then click the link in the description below and start your own online digital marketing business right now and get a $50 Amazon gift card for free. Right, back to AlphaTauri. There was a point earlier this year when Daniel Ricciardo realized he was through with rediscovering normal life and that he still wanted to be a Formula 1 driver. Ricciardo had spent 2 lazy months at home in Australia with family and friends after he was dropped by McLaren last year, trying to determine whether the love he once held for the sport still existed. During that period, he trained just once. Other than that day, I was living life, Ricciardo said in an interview. I wasn't going stupid, but I was having beers with friends, camping, fishing, doing these things. Then it got to the end of January. I've probably done 8 weeks of just holidays, and I was starting to be like, okay, I don't really want to fall into this, having a beer every day, having fun. I didn't feel I was at that point. I didn't want to become a bit of a slob. He was signed on as Red Bull's 3rd driver to put pressure on Perez according to the media, but after one look at him in the simulator, Christian Horner was probably wondering what on earth they were thinking. The former Red Bull driver was in desperate need of help. We've spent the last 7 months rebuilding him and getting the old Daniel back that we recognized from when he was last with us, Christian Horner, the Red Bull team principal, said in an interview. Ricciardo never expected to return so quickly, or at all, even questioning whether it would be better to wait 2 more races until after the summer break. It was only after driving in the Hungarian and Belgian Grand Prix that he appreciated the logic of the decision. Having those 2 races before the break was the best thing because it gave me a platform, something to build on, he said. But then, on his 3rd race back, his choice to take avoiding action into the barriers at the Dutch Grand Prix ended everything. Ricciardo broke a metacarpal in his left hand in multiple places, requiring him to undergo surgery, getting screws and a plate fitted in his hand, and forcing him to miss the next race in Italy, then the Singapore Grand Prix, and the upcoming race in Japan as well. Assuming he is at full fitness by then, the Qatar Grand Prix in early October is a likely return race for the 34-year-old. So, in steps Liam Lawson, the 350th driver to score points in a Formula 1 race. Not a bad souvenir for him to take home, but he'll be after so much more. The AlphaTauri driver finished 9th at Marina Bay Street Circuit, scoring his team's best result of the season to date in only his 3rd start for them. Lawson finished 1 place higher than he started and ran as high as 8th at one stage. However, with Red Bull duo Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez closing, Lawson was unsure whether he'd be able to hold on to the points finish. He reckoned a top 10 finish was on with 20 laps to go, before Max and the Red Bulls were coming back. At that point, I thought we had a chance, then I felt like it was slipping away again, Lawson admitted. His hopes rose with 4 laps remaining when 2 drivers running behind him, Perez and Alexander Albon, collided at turn 13. That caused the Williams driver to drop from 10th place. I guess when Checo and Albon had their fight and Albon went back, that was when I felt a bit more comfortable, like we could at least score P10, said Lawson. Although Perez overtook Lawson for 9th in the closing laps, the rookie moved back up a position again when George Russell crashed from 3rd place on the final tour. It was a bonus, said Lawson. I mean, not a bonus to see somebody crash out for George, but for us, obviously, it means we get an extra point. As a Formula 1 rookie, especially one at a Red Bull team, you take what you can get, and your team's best result in over 12 months is definitely something to hold on to. It is the kind of result that would have saved De Vries until the end of the season. Not that it'll keep Liam in the seat for this season, though. 7 days before his sudden elevation to Formula 1, Lawson was clambering out of his Team Mugen car after sparking a multi-car pile-up at the start of round 7 of this year's Japanese Super Formula Championship, a series that he will have to return to for the final 2 rounds on the 28th and 29th of October. A series he's in with a serious chance of winning, by the way. Liam's impressive performances are causing AlphaTauri a headache, but it's the best type of headache to have. The team CEO Peter Bayer went on to say how impressed he's been with the 21-year-old. We're very happy with the performance. 2 points and the best result of the season in his 3rd ever race, he said. We're happy with Liam's performance. He fought like a lion. Red Bull team boss Christian Horner also took note, telling the media in Singapore, I think he's done a great job. Obviously, he's a Red Bull racing driver on loan to AlphaTauri, as all the drivers are there. I think he's done an impressive job considering the circumstances. He's been dropped in the car and at a track that's very challenging. I think he's done a great job. The big question the team has to answer now is what to do with him for next year. As loved as Daniel Ricciardo is, he's currently 22nd in a 20-car championship, at a team he's openly said that he only joined because it gave him a chance to get to Red Bull. If AlphaTauri are serious about becoming a competitive entity, not a B team, then that probably isn't the kind of driver they want. Though his experience would be great for developing the car, he very clearly does not want a project. He wants a car that can win races. And don't even get me started on the enigma that is Yuki Tsunoda's ability. As much as I love his personality, I'm still not sure if he's actually any good. At the moment, the team have no drivers contracted for 2023, but discussions are happening to resolve that. Bayer says that AlphaTauri's driver situation could be decided very soon. The discussions are in full swing, Bayer told Sky Deutschland when asked about the driver situation. We see each other every day and try to coordinate. Liam has secured a regular place in the group with his performance, and we'll see who'll be in the car next year in the next few days. As for Lawson, he concedes that whatever happens next, that's up to Red Bull. Next year, I don't know, to be honest, he said. That's not something I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on maximizing every session. When this stint is over, I'll look back on it and hopefully I'll feel like I've done everything I could do. But it's up to them to decide that and not up to me. Imagine for a minute you're on the AlphaTauri management team. Who are your 2 drivers for next year? Let me know in the comments down below, and until next time, drive safe and bye for now.